We're ramping up operations, as in we're actively looking for new partners with the highest potential. What that does is it opens up doors for us to look into those projects firsthand, to analyze them, and to decide whether Nuvola will run nodes for them or not. But we are in a constant search of new projects that we can partner with. Right now, we're talking with Peak. We have a call coming up on Friday. We're excited there as well. We have a lot of synergies with Nuvola as well as Vola because they have 50 plus DePIN projects building in on them, and all like different types of projects such as mapping, telephony, storage, compute.
What's up, Ada Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. To my left, I've got Raul de Benedettis. Needs no introduction. Joining us here from the Nuvola team, day one at Rare Evo.
Yeah.
At the Cardano Summit. I can't think. I was gonna say Rare Evo, then I was gonna say Consensus. I'm like, those are all gone. Welcome on. How are you, man?
Good, man. Just flew in last night. Long flight. It was like 17 hours total, but we made it. Super excited to be here. So many faces here, so much potential, so many companies and investors. There's a lot going on.
So that said, we've just talked about Vola. There's actually the mastermind who'll be joining us here in just a couple of
Just
minutes.
a second, yeah.
But how are things going on with the developments on that front? And then maybe just what's Nuvola up to here at this particular event? Like, what's your guys' goal?
Yeah, so the developments for Vola are going great. We're entering the phases of development where the team's getting together. We're pretty much getting the roadmap, all the documentation, the tokenomics, which we're very excited about because we're very forward thinking for the next 5 to 10 years on that. And then we're also here to get some C-Hub demos going, some teasers. We've got some big meetings lined up. Some private investors that are very excited to hear more and learn more about it. And we're, see how that goes.
Yeah, I saw Cash earlier, so I know he and the Ada Anvil team are here. And as you mentioned, I've seen some teases as to what the hub or the dashboard looks like. And so maybe for anybody who just isn't aware, could you just briefly recap the C-Hub and the importance of the collateralization platform?
Yeah, so C-Hub in a nutshell is going to be a platform that allows users to collateralize and resell their loyalty reward points for airline miles, credit card points, hospitality stay points, even gambling, where we're going to allow people to collateralize bets. So two people can make a bet and someone can make an external bet on those bets. And you can only imagine the can of worms that opens up when it comes to monetization of these elements. And we have a demo in place right now. We just showcased it a couple of days ago on Twitter. We're very excited about that. And there's so much more to come with that. Yeah.
All right, I have to ask again, timelines. Anything that you can share with us now? Now, this interview will be going out after the summit, but can we maybe expect for this to be on the testnet after the summit or even on the mainnet after the summit?
Yeah, so there's a portion of C-Hub. It's actually called A-Hub, which is specifically for Cardano staking, where users are going to be able to collateralize their locked staking rewards and then loan, borrow, resell them. That's going to be phase one of C-Hub, and that's where people are going to get the initial use case of it, get to kind of familiarize themselves with it, which I believe is going to be out in the next several months. C-Hub itself is looking into Q1, Q2 of next year, and we're looking to onboard our first couple of partners, which we have some meetings lined up we're very excited about. So over the next 2 months is going to be the immediate use case within Cardano. Don't quote me on that, Cash. Please don't kill me for hearing this, because they are handling the development aspect of it. But C-Hub itself, which is the real world use case, we're looking into early 2025, which we're super excited about as well.
Got it. Now, before we bring on the mastermind, what are you looking most forward to as the Cardano Summit has just kicked off?
Oh, man. To be honest, Rare Evo set some very high expectations for me because of the networking and connections I was able to make for Nuvola. So I'm looking to make the same here and meet new people, see new faces. The opportunities are limitless here. So just to see who we can network with and expand further our business model, what other industries we could also tap into.
Got it. That said, Raul, again, I know we've just had a recent chat about Vola. I'll leave the link to that down below for the viewers. But at this time, if you could nicely introduce the mastermind who's helping a lot of the technical operations behind Nuvola come to life, that'd be appreciated.
Absolutely. I'm super blessed and honored to say that he's my co-founder and partner. We started this thing from across the world with each other, having never met in real life. And it's mind-blowing what we've been able to build in the last 6 months. But I'd like to proudly introduce our co-founder and CTO at Nuvola Digital, Syed Lanka.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the mastermind behind Nuvola. Welcome up, Syed. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
No, it's my pleasure. For the ladies and gentlemen that are watching this interview, can you maybe give us a little bit about your background and how you contribute to Nuvola's vision?
I'm the co-founder and CTO for Nuvola, and I handle all the technical stuff in the background. I work with the technical team right now on Vola as well. So I run all the node operations and I take care of behind the scenes stuff that make, Nuvola what it is.
Got it. And Nuvola has grown to be something. So definitely kudos to you and congrats
Thank
on
you.
all the hard work and all that you guys have built.
Thank
Now,
you.
maybe we start off just slowly, right? Let's talk about the summit.
Right.
It's day one. You guys are here. You guys are walking around as a team. What are you guys expecting? What are you looking forward to?
We're just connecting right now. This is my first event as a team member, right? I wanted to be at Rare Evo, but right now, more importantly, I'm personally looking for projects to make connections and introductions to see the faces behind. I met Navjit with Iagon, and I'm also excited about the first keynote and the second one, I think, after Frederick spoke about ADGM and all the other regulatory bodies as well. So we're looking to register C Hub here, and we're operating as a real world business. We won't have a token per se. So we're excited about that. We want to do it in the right way with all the right regulatory bodies and just making connections and networking, right? Yeah.
Noted. I think connections here is number one. I tell people you're not paying to really actually fly to Dubai. You're paying to meet all these people. And the
Absolutely.
opportunity cost, I think, is you can't put a price on it. I can't tell you how many people I've met at these events that have gone on to give me more value than I would have ever expected when actually paying to, attend some of these events.
True.
Now that's it. Let's dive into Vola and Nuvola to just talk a little bit more about the technicals. So with Vola, I know that that's a partner chain. That's a pretty big undertaking.
Right.
What are the priorities in the immediate or the short term?
The first focus is actually to build the framework that allows Vola to be what it is, which we're very confident because the team we're working with as well is capable. They've worked on Iagon. They built the node infrastructure for Iagon as well. The first implementation of Vola would be with Nuvola Drive, where we will aggregate different storage providers on the back end, including Web 2 services, right? And along with that, we're working on Web 2 authentication as well, just like C Hub to make Nuvola Drive less crypto-y and more Web 2, right? So that we can onboard users easily. That's the first priority. Going forward, 9 to 12 months, we're going to have that framework ready to onboard different DePIN protocols, different projects, and start to really aggregate all of those from a single point for any consumers and enterprise users who want to subscribe for any DePIN services, right?
Now you guys are still early. But are there any challenges you guys have faced so far? And if so, where are they at?
Like you said, first and foremost, we're very early, right? We haven't had any challenges to what we've started doing, but we have some challenges regarding the architecture side of things, how to make aggregation possible, and also very feasible so that people use it in a very simplistic manner. Those are some of the things which will be difficult, but we're confident once we reach that stage that we'd have a lot of things figured out. And again, we're very proud of our dev team. We haven't ramped up the developments yet to that scale because we're busy with all of these things. But right after the summit, we'll be fully focused on Vola. And the framework that it's setting up is very exciting because the possibilities that we have for the future are very exciting. And the issue we're solving, the fragmentation across different protocols, like for storage, there are 20, 30 protocols, which are like really good ones as well. So as a user, they shouldn't have to, go through a specific chain, a specific wallet. We make all of that accessible from Vola. And I think that's very powerful.
Yeah, I think that's what makes you guys unique. You guys are including everybody. And again, as a DePIN aggregator, I think that's really what sort of brought Nuvola to the spotlight. So let's actually shift back to Nuvola, right? Let's put Vola down for a little bit. What comes next for Nuvola? You guys have now built out the dashboard. Obviously, Vola's now been announced. There's the C Hub. But like Nuvola specifically, what can holders expect moving forward?
We're ramping up operations, as in we're actively looking for new partners with the highest potential And a little bit of focus, again, that goes back to Vola. Sorry to bring it up, but Vola will bring DePIN protocols that would like to be with us on the dashboard, right? What that does is it opens up doors for us to look into those projects firsthand, to analyze them, and to decide whether Nuvola will run nodes for them or not. Do we have any benefits as the aggregator itself? Can we get the teams to give us some tokens at a discounted price for running their node operations with a commitment, of course, just like we have a 5-year commitment with Iagon, right? But we are in a constant search of new projects that we can partner with. Right now, we're talking with Peak. We have a call coming up on Friday. We're excited there as well. We have a lot of synergies with Nuvola as well as Vola because they have 50 plus DePIN projects building in on them, and all like different types of projects such as mapping, telephony, storage, compute. I didn't even know there were those kind of projects, right? So I think with all of these things considered, it brings us a lot of exposure and makes us easy to find new projects for Nuvola as well. But we're also excited for all the existing projects to ramp up their operations as well. We're very early with Iagon, Ogfax, Minutes, World Mobile, all of those. We're excited for them to ramp up their operations and to really see those revenues start to come in, right? So that the treasury becomes stronger and stronger, and we can ramp up and scale our operations with the existing partners as well as new partners.
Yeah, and I think you guys are going to see exponential growth. And the reason why I say that is because as you get more partners, you get more revenue, you got more going towards the treasury. That opens up more doors to onboard even more new operators, but then new nodes and projects. And so maybe as we get ready to close things out here, if you have to give, the community some final words or some parting words, what do you think is really important to share with them?
First thing I'd like to tell the community is that we're really committed for Nuvola as well as for Vola. And we see the entire ecosystem of Nuvola, including C-Hub. And we haven't spoken about Nuvola Drive, which is almost ready. We might launch the beta version next month. We're excited for all the opportunities we have going forward. And we again, thanks to the community, we've grown incredibly, and we see incredible growth going forward because we have lots of innovations coming, lots of frameworks that allows us to innovate even further with Nuvola Drive itself, with multiple aggregations, which allows us to, again, tap into those different storage protocols as well and onboard new users. So, I'd like to thank the community for supporting us and just stay with us because we have a lot of exciting things coming, and 16 hours, days, every week, nonstop. We'll be at it. We'll be here, for years to come.
Yeah, I think you guys have definitely earned the community's trust. Definitely isn't something that happens with every project. You guys have been able to do that in a super short time, and a lot of that I think goes back to you. So I definitely want to say thank you for all that you're doing. Again, you're typically behind the camera.
I know, yeah. But thank you for having me as well.
You are completely welcome. You are natural. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Syed Lanka here, the technical genius behind Nuvola's node operations, joining me here. That'll do it. We've talked about C-Hub. We've talked about a nice little bit of alpha there that I didn't pick up, but you mentioned Nuvola Drive coming out potentially soon.
Yes.
And then, of course, we're expecting the Vola partner chain, blockchain, or the partner chain network.
Yep.
That'll do it here for this particular update. If you guys have found this to be informational, or just any value out of this, make sure to smash that thumbs up. If you guys want more, consider subscribing. If you have any questions about Nuvola, links are down below. In that said, we will see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody. Cheers.